Hey, it's Whoops here with a new Hearthstone deck. This time we are going to be covering Secret Rogue, which I know is a deck that a lot of people have actually been asking me to cover since I did have a Theorycraft really early on that I didn't do anything with. And because of the new support of Soulseeker and the new secret support that was in this mini set, I figured this would be the perfect time to do so. There is, however, one thing that I need to actually point out about this deck. It doesn't actually have a win condition in itself. It actually wins on the fact that your opponent is going to be playing a bunch of really impactful cards and you're going to steal them all, which means this deck is incredibly inconsistent. However, I did for some reason end up with a high success rate with the deck, and I don't understand why, but it happened, so it is what it is. For the Mulligan guide of the deck, you basically are looking for any card that costs 2 or less in this deck list. All of these cards are really great to keep in your opening hand, though you don't want to have too many secrets in your opening hand, as you just need one to actually trigger some of the other secret support that you have within the deck. Generally speaking, early game removal tools are really good if you know you are going to be in a aggro based matchup. Cards like Sketchy Information also is really good if you know you have a secret in hand or a way to generate a secret so you can draw into Halakris and get additional copies of Halakris. With that all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, time for a game against Hunter. Alright, we're gonna keep everything here besides the Murder Accusation just because I don't think it's going to come up. Okay, baddie guess. Oh. Let's just trade this in. Getting Soulseeker, that could be really funny. Trading that in might have also been a little bit of a mistake, but I don't really care too much. They select a Braider, so they're just Big Beast Hunter. Ooh, Halakris out of a 40 card deck. Somehow always managed to draw it early. Well, just going to put down our secret. Probably going to trigger really quickly, so it is what it is. Okay, so we drew 2. What do we actually want to do? We could coin out Theatar just to coin out Theatar. Also sit on a Soulseeker on the following up turn too. We could also use the Shroud of Concealment to draw 2 minions, but I think we'd go over if we do that. There's Sprint. What to do? I think actually using Theatar here might be the solution. We could also coin out the Trickster to get Sprint out of hand, burn 1. No, we're burning nothing here, but we are burning something next turn. And we do set up a secret play with the Informant, which is pretty nice. Oh, Stag Charge. I guess that should be expected. Preparation is probably one of the better cards we could have burned there. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Parlay's funny. We can steal a minion or something out of their deck. Let's see what we can grab. Technically not something I want to steal, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Okay, so they're going to kill that. That's a pretty golden. There was a time period where I would have loved to have a golden Rat King. Okay, so we can just kill the Rat King here. See what we grab. Going for the secret. We can use the secret. Shuffle something from their hand back into their deck. Let's see. Going to take the Wild Spirits, I think, because that does give them a play next turn. And the Devour doesn't give them any type of play. I don't mind them having it in hand, to be honest. Since we don't have that many minions in this deck that they can easily eat up anyways. So, our minion's probably going to survive here. Or not. They're actually going to focus it down. That's fine. I don't mind having our Gravedigger dying. We don't have Shadow Step in the deck, so it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, Phelan. That's interesting. Now, can we snipe something off of Phelan with our Soulseeker? Okay, 2 more minions. Let's just use Soulseeker. See what we can grab. Let's go. That's probably one of the better cards that we could have grabbed. Okay, let's use Gone Fishing. See if we can grab anything cool. Grabbing the Sticky Situation. Probably should have went for a Tooth of Nefarian just to get rid of one of the minions. With Preparation. Oh, Phelan's already dead. That's great. So they're actually going to be able to kill most of the body, which is fine. Probably going to use our hero power to get rid of the peasant, just to get rid of the peasant. Oh, we could use murder accusation here too. Let's grab something from their hand. Let's go for the Sire. Devour is funnier, but Sire is just great. Just take the sketchy information. I have no use for it. Okay, now what do we want to do? We can use preparation to use one of the murder fusions, kill the peasant, then go face. Then we're doing 4 damage there. Mountain Bear, okay. Now we need to get rid of that. Let's attack into that. We can use Shroud, get 2 cards. Let's see what we can randomly generate. Anything useful? Judgment of Justice is always a good secret. And then we can use Sticky Situation just to use it. We killed the Mountain Bear. That's perfect. Hey. I don't want to overextend because I know they have that Devour in hand. What do we actually want to do here? Oh, they got a Bloody Visitor. That's not the worst thing they could have randomly got there. We did get the 3/4. They're going to play Beast Stalker. Oh, Perjury. Okay. We're going to attack, see what we can get. Probably going to use the Perjury just to use the Perjury. Kill their minion. Use our hero power, I guess, and then play down Halacris. Might be a little bit of a mistake, and then just forget to attack with the one. Oh, I guess I was thinking it was probably Explosive Trap. Okay, there's the baddie guess. Have the Sire in hand. They probably are waiting to... Okay, never mind. They're going to just use the Devourer now. We're going to instantly get the Halacris back, which is nice, and they do have a 1/1 on board. So we can instantly get rid of their 13/11. Let's see what we can randomly generate. Emergency Maneuver is funny, especially if we can get it to hit either a Halacris or something better. Let's use that. I was kind of hoping that would be Ice Trap. But at this point, this means it's probably going to be the new secret. And I don't actually know what else. Freezing Trap? Let's see what we can randomly steal from them this time. Oh, of course, we stole the first one that we put in the deck. Then we can just hero power and pass turn. I don't want to take 9 damage is the reason why I'm not using more cards. Oh, that's troublesome. The smart decision they would do is kill our minion, yep, which triggers that on the minion that we didn't really want. I was really hoping to steal something really cool out of the deck, but it is what it is. Probably going to put down the Sire, to be honest, next turn. It heals us up a little bit and helps protect her. A second Rat King, okay. And the second Peasant. What's our Sire looking at right now? Or I should say their Sire. Let's go face, see if it's Explosive Trap. And it was, okay. And then we're going to actually attack into one of the minions with Halacris, just to get rid of some damage on board, so we can guarantee lethal on everything here. And then heal up for 17, which is not that bad for a deck that's not meant to actually have anything like this. Okay, there's Animal Companion. That's going to be... Oh, and select a breeder. Okay. We have the Sprint to take or draw 4 from the deck. I actually almost wanted to use something besides Sprint, but the deck needed a little bit more draw power, which is why I ended up using it. Now we're up to full. We're in an incredibly good position. Let's see what we get. Extortion. Okay. That is actually pretty useful to get rid of the 1/3. Serrated Bone Spike is also incredibly useful too. Okay, so motion denied. That was the last secret. We can just go face. And we'll use the Sketchy Stranger, see what we can get. Objection, just because if they have a second Devour, we win the game. And neither of those are going to be revived. And we don't have enough mana to do the other thing, so we're just going to use Frenzy Fangs that we stole from them. We turned into the Beast Hunter in this game. Okay, there's a taunt in our way now. We do still have the Extortion. Okay, they're going to kill Sire, but that doesn't matter. We should just win next turn. Use the hero power and Extortion. Make sure it's in the right order, because I know me, and I've done it in the opposite order before. Okay, what do we grab now? I guess Ice Trap, just in case. Oh, there's Parlay. It's so tempting to actually place that down just to place it down. But we're going to be smart with this and actually just go for lethal. I'm not risking it. I've lost too many games in the past to dumb stuff to want to risk something like that. And then we're just going to use Objection and then Prince Renethal. I guess we could have put it down next turn anyways. Depends if they give up or not. I kind of want to try out Secret Hunter too. We'll see. There's a Mountain Bear, and then our Objection is going to win us the game. Alright, time for a game against Demon Hunter. Ooh, sketchy information in the starting hand, pretty decent, and a way to get a Secret Hunter on turn 2 too. Probably going to use the Shroud of or get rid of Shroud of Concealment. I already have one way to draw an additional minion out of the deck. We could actually just keep it too, because we don't care too much. It's a nice turn 4 play. The Extortion is really, really nice if this is Aggro Demon Hunter. Okay, they're just going to go face. Second Extortion. Let's just keep everything in our hand. And that is why we keep everything in our hand. Although technically, it doesn't really do much. Let's see what we can grab. Justice is nice for a follow-up turn. The Visage could have been actually pretty nice too, because it would have gave us a 4 or 5/4. I really wish they did something more with the Devourers in the Warcraft lore during Shadowlands. We were cutting such a nice little concept that just literally went nowhere. Okay, so they're going to be able to do 9 damage to us this turn. Going to probably coin out the... oh, there's the second sketchy. Let's coin this out, and then get Holacris. I'm actually kind of curious of how Holacris actually works. If multiple Holacrises can actually embody the same secret. I think I had one game where that actually did happen, but I can't remember if it did or not. We're going to get rid of their 5/4, make it a 1/1. We get our 5/4 as stealth, so it's protected. Iron Deep Trog, we have the 2 Extortions in hand, so we're pretty good. There's the Magnifying Glass. Well, we can use one of the Extortions to get rid of their minion. Let's draw a card, see what we can grab. Perjury's great. And that's a phrase that I never thought I would ever say. Okay, so we have the Holacris that has a guaranteed extra life on board, and then we have a Holacris in our hand. That isn't necessarily needed, but it is still pretty nice. Okay, so they have a 1/1 and a 3/4. We can actually use Murder Accusation. They're going to kill our Holacris, that's fine. We're going to get him back again. I think Counterspell is the best card to grab. Explosive Trap could be pretty decent in theory, but we could go for Explosive Trap, and then we don't have to use the... oh, that's a funny card. I am not going to let them draw 4. We're just going to use this on that. That should tell them what we're up to, if they're smart. I'm actually curious of how this order of operation is going to work, because the 1/1's going to die, but the attack is still going through, which kills it after we actually get hit, which is a bit frustrating, but it's still fine. We're at 15 HP. They're going to use Magnifying Glass to draw 1 card. Then we have, how much damage do we have on board? We have 9 damage on board. They have 16. Let's discover a secret. Oh, Galloping Saver is probably the better bet. They have 3 cards in hand, and I know Demon Hunter, they can randomly generate enough cards, or draw enough cards to through that. Let's just go face. We've gotten a lot of use out of the Holacris, even though we never got to use the second one in our hand. Okay, Iron Deep Trog, that's 1 card. That's 2. Can they play a 3rd? Okay, they're going to attack our face, trying to trigger our secret. Come on. Okay, there's the Fell Barrage, which kills our 1 minion, getting us a Savior, and then the Legendary is going to hit the 1/1 and the give up. Okay, so time for a game against Warlock. Being rid of the sprint. I'm going to keep everything else here just because it's early game removal. Getting a second serrated bone spike is not what I want to see though. I mean, we kind of bricked, but it depends if this is imp or curse. If it's imp, we actually are in a pretty good position, even though we bricked hard. Curse of Agony. Okay, so it's, I don't know, mate. It wouldn't be what I would consider a normal curse deck if they're running that card. I mean, they could be. I guess you could run that with Ashen Elemental to get double fatigue damage, technically. That would be a very funny way to do it, but I don't see a world where that actually is useful. Too bad Altar of Fire doesn't have a shadow tag on it, to be honest. Okay, so we'll draw 2. Of course, there's going to be Halakris. Out of a 40-card deck with, I don't know, like 15 minions, we always end up drawing Halakris off of something dumb like that. Oh shit, that's not going to be good. Would be cool if Warlock had like a fire draw card or some other type of fire synergy, because they are getting a lot of fire spells for some weird reason. Just going to play down Halakris since he'll be safe because he has stealth. And then we can also use the SI extortions to shuffle them into the deck, which keeps them safe. We have the serrated bone spikes, which we can also just use if they play down any minion. There is a Theatar, so they're going to take something, but it isn't anything that we really care about, to be honest. I guess the sprint might be bad for us, at least. They're just going to shuffle the extortion into their deck. We can use Tooth to get rid of the minion. See what we grab. Siphon Mana is funny. We can use the extortion, shuffle it into the deck. Draw one of those. Probably just going to want to place this down, to be honest. They gave us a Pandoran Importer. That's kind of interesting. What card would you want to bounce back to your hand? There's been a lot of decks recently where I've been wanting to use an Importer, but they silenced our Halakris. I didn't want to see that. Oh, we could bounce back the Halakris, I guess. That was not what I meant to do there. I meant to use it on their minion. I accidentally targeted my own. On fishing is going to be burnt. Going to use the Purgatory. I guess we're just going to go face. Really should have bounced back Halakris. I think I kind of just forgot the Pandoran Importer existed. We're going to Zola their Cultists. We're going to trigger our secret. Get Counterspell, probably the best bet in this matchup. Continue situation, then draw 2 minions. Grabbing Theatar and the Gravekeeper. And Theatar would have been real nice a turn earlier, or even the Gravekeeper, because we could have stolen something out of their hand, or even just shuffled it back into their deck. Okay, so they're going to kill one of our minions. Nice thing is we have Theatar and a curse in hand, so technically, if we get extremely lucky, we could, in theory, just give them their own secret. Or curse, I mean. Counterspell protects our minion. Not technically what I wanted to see, but it's fine. I guess we'll use Theatar here, see what we can grab. I guess the Cultists? They can have a Trickster, I guess. I don't really have a use for it right now. Let's use Gravekeeper to shuffle something into. That Sire is going away. We ain't dealing with that. Hopefully we can steal it off of it. We're going to actually have to grab one of the Agonies because the sketchy information does literally nothing. But it's good to know that we have a Agony at the bottom of the deck. We have Shadow Crafter Scabs now too, which is nice for next turn, or the turn after. It really just depends on how we want to do this. Okay, they're going to grab Theatar. That's probably a really safe bet for them, because if we used Scabs next turn, we could have bounced it back. Okay, they're just going to play a few minions. I think it might be safe to actually just Scabs next turn. Oh, Parlay. Let's see what we can grab. Okay, that's a weird card. Are they Reno? Have to be Reno, right? It's been forever since I've seen a Reno block deck. I've been wanting to make it work, but I keep forgetting Reno locked is one of the classes that I haven't done anything with Reno yet. I actually almost put out a Reno Rogue or Mage deck this week, but it felt a little bit too inconsistent. Lord Jaraxxus, so they have to be Reno. I don't know what other deck runs Lord Jaraxxus nowadays, if it isn't Reno. Okay, there's Soul Seeker. Let's see what we can grab. Come on, something good. Okay, they're not Reno. Oh, they could still be Reno if they are using the Jailer, I guess. Let's just give them a curse to give them a curse. And then we can just go face, get 8 more damage on board. I'm assuming they probably have a Twisting Nether in hand. Our hand is not looking that good right now. Okay, they're going to heal a little bit. And there's the Twisting Nether. Okay. Then they're going to use the Abyss Curse. That triggers our double cross. Grabbing a card that we can trade in and a minion. Let's trade this in, see what we grab. Perjury is pretty decent. We can place down the Informant, the free Perjury, and then put down the Renethal, making it a little bit harder to actually use a Devourer on our minions with how I position this. Devourer is just going to eat their own Brewmaster, which is fine. What can we get here? Let's grab that. Oh, Sketchy Stranger. Okay, let's go. Perfect top deck. Oh, Visage would be funny if they really misplay here. Let's just go face and pass the turn back. Come on, attack with the Mutanus first. Let's go. Perfect way to end this game. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. Overall, this deck shocked me of how well it performed, mainly because of the fact that I tried out a few different variants before this deck, using more of a Thief Rogue package, but it weirdly turns out that having a Death Rattle package, even if it is incredibly small, is way better for this deck for some weird reason. Rolacris in this deck is probably the best way you're actually going to be able to abuse him. I kind of wanted to use things like Zola or other cards to get additional copies of him, but I didn't know where I would actually find space for said cards. Even though I had a 55% win rate across the 20 games I played with this deck, I don't want to actually recommend this one. It's a deck that doesn't really have a win condition on its own outside of getting multiple Holacrises, which can win you the game against some matchups. But honestly, if you're relying on your opponent to give you some type of win condition, it's not going to be the best deck in the world. It's an incredibly funny deck that will make a lot of people annoyed if you actually get it to go off successfully. But if you aren't looking for a really fun deck to just screw around and make people angry, then this isn't the deck for you. But like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.